Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is Suhal and you are watching Arakan Times Daily English News. Today is Thursday, 23rd May 2024. Today's news headlines: 28 NGOs are global action to stop Rohingya displacement by Myanmar's Buddhist armed group. OIC relays concern about violence against Rohingyas. Rohingya residents of Butidong Township flee Arakan army. Details of today's news. 28 NGOs are global action to stop Rohingya displacement by Myanmar's Buddhist armed group. Buddhist ethnic insurgent group Arakan Army AA has ordered Rohingya to evacuate Butidong downtown, where 2017 genocide survivors live, using directive which threats violence and arson, they say in joint statement. 28 non-governmental organizations representing Myanmar's Rohingya Muslim refugees from Arakan State on Wednesday asked the international communities to prevent an ethnic armed military group based in the same region on the country's western coast from committing human rights violations by forcing people to flee. These NGOs, including the Free Rohingya Coalition and Burmese Rohingya Organization UK, issued a joint statement urging the international community to put pressure on the Arakan Army AA, a predominantly Buddhist ethnic armed group, to end mass forced displacement and human rights violations against Rohingya communities in Arakan. They called for international humanitarian assistance following a surge in violence and forced displacement in Arakan State. Thousands of Rohingya are displaced without food, shelter, or medical care. Immediate international intervention is crucial to prevent starvation and disease, they said. According to the statement, the armed group has ordered Rohingya residents to evacuate Butidong downtown, where one-third of survivors of the 2017 genocide live, by May 18, using the directive which threats violence and arson. They asked the international community to ensure the safe delivery of aid to all affected areas, including those controlled by the armed group, stressing Bangladesh to open its borders for humanitarian assistance into northern Arakan State. The statement also called on the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights and other UN bodies to investigate the crisis, gather evidence for possible prosecution, and then report it publicly. They also pressed the UK to convene a UN Security Council meeting to address the situation and compel the private military to halt abuses. They also condemned Myanmar's military's divide and rule tactics, which included forcibly recruiting Rohingya men and inciting ethnic tensions, stressing Arakan's diverse communities to engage in a united dialogue to promote peaceful coexistence and equitable development. The international community was warned about what would happen and failed to act. We have been there before. Now is the time for bold action, they said. Some 600,000 members of the Muslim ethnic group remain in the state, while more than 750,000 Rohingya refugees, mostly women and children, fled Myanmar and crossed into Bangladesh after Myanmar forces launched a crackdown on the minority Muslim community in August 2017, pushing the number of persecuted people in Bangladesh above 1.2 million. They have been residing in congested refugee camp in Bangladesh southeastern Coast Bazar. The Arakan Army suspended a ceasefire agreement in November last year that had been in place since the February 2021 military coup. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation (OIC) issued a statement on May 20 expressing its deep concern about the violence against the Rohingya in Arakan State. Rohingya Muslims in Butidong Township, Arakan State, were subjected to violence. In a statement, the OIC General Secretariat expressed its deep concerns at reports of forced displacement and destruction of property. The OIC General Secretariat emphasized that the Military Council and the Arakan Army AA are responsible for the protecting the Rohingya in accordance with international law. The OIC has called for full compliance with the interim measures imposed by the International Court of Justice (ICJ) for the protection of the Rohingya and for the immediate and unhindered delivery of humanitarian aid. The OIC General Secretariat has called on the international community to guarantee the safety of the Rohingya in order to stop the violence and brutality committed against them. At least 3,500 Rohingya have fled Butidong town in northern Arakan state to escape attacks by the Arakan Army AA since May 17. Over 7,500 homes and at least 6 mosques were destroyed by arson in Butidong, where an estimated 260,000 Rohingya live. The Arakan Army ordered the Rohingya to leave after it seized control of Butidong on Saturday. Residents stated that their homes were looted and burned on the previous night. They confiscated money and jewelry from the fleeing Rohingya, leaving them without food, a resident told. Tens of thousands of internally displaced persons, IDPs, have also been staying in Butidong and Mongdo townships, according to the Rohingya resident of the village. The Arakan Army stated that it plans to investigate anyone who remains in Butidong to see if they have links to armed groups such as the Rohingya Solidarity Organization (RSO), Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army (ARSA), Arakan Rohingya Army (ARA), or the Burma Army, which the Arakan Army launched an offensive against and has seized 11 towns from since November 13. Nearly 200 Butidong residents are being held by the Arakan Army in the makeshift detention centers, but are being provided with food and medicines. People are very tightly packed together. We can't yet estimate how many Rohingya there are, another resident said. Thanks for watching Arakan Times Daily English News.